Content warning. The following show contains smoking, discussions of fictitious violence, some possible potty mouth language, and of course, a few things that some folks may feel attacked or targeted over, but we assure you, we're mainly making conversation. We mean no ill will toward anyone. But with all that being said, viewer discretion is advised. Please tell me you're not doing the Bob Ross thing today. No, no, no. I'm not gonna go full Bob Ross. All right. So if you were to start the music, then we could get that going. Yeah, we'll use the music from just play the music. I don't care. Going on out there today? This is Solar Gray, the cinematic source. We're coming at you from the Wizard's Tower, and we got Mr. Cooper in the house. What is going on? Does that mean I'm a TV show from the 90s? Yeah, it looks like I am hanging with Mr. Cooper. Okay, so dad jokes aside and all that stuff, thank you guys for showing up, and you have come to the hobby hall. Or, as I like to say, when I get a new title card for it, happy with it. Now this show I specifically put together for people that want to learn how to take moves, don't know where to start, and real talk, get kind of intimidated about the whole thing because of all the really cool stuff they see out there on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you're an award-winning painter, okay? All that matters is that you're happy with it. But if y'all guys, any of y'all out there, got any questions or comments or anything, one, I'm gonna start out by saying this. Okay? I know my hands are dirty. We're painting, the hands are gonna be dirty, and we're gonna be zooming. Look at it. Oh, it's not dirty. Dirty hands. Oh my god, they're so dirty. But if you guys got any comments or anything like that, especially questions, because I'm down for hanging. All you gotta do is type in back in the day gmail.com. at gmail.com. And when you do that, you can send me a message and I will read everything on the show. All you gotta do, I'm serious, all you gotta do is be like, hey Philip, I want you to read my comment. And I will be like, oh, you left a comment? Alright, I'll look at it. But you can also over on Instagram at Back in the Day. You can check us out as well over on the Clock app. Alright, because we got the Clock app. We got all that happening. So we got the Clock app, and we got Instagram, and we got my ex. That's right. That's right. Put Twitter over there. And of course, if you, like me, are still part, and I mean continuously, you just can't give it up. You can't give up. Being part of that well, you can always join Deckers on the Book, and that is a public news forum that we talk to people and all of that jazz. You can show what you're painting, you can show what you're making, you can just seriously just show up. Just show up, show out, do all of that kind of stuff. And before we get going, I want to say what's up to the people. What's going on, Mike? Hey, you're back. Alright, yeah, you're back. Oh, that is that's very sweet and all that. Yeah. But as I was saying, we got some of our major deckers in the house, and that is awesome. So, if you will, Mr. Kino, and I don't mean that in a gambling game kind of way, just throw up an invitation to the Discord. That would be super cool if you were willing to do that. All that, yes. Oh, I'm barely on. I know, I'm getting there. See, I just turned up the mic. Isn't that fun? So yeah, just hit us up, and yeah, I did say do the Discord thing and all that good. So now that we got all that going, we have some fun stuff to talk to you guys about today. Okay, now today we are going to be painting some minis, and I am super excited for these guys. All right, super duper excited about these guys. Because yeah, I have been wanting these things forever. All right, and I mean that. I've been wanting them forever and a day. Ever and a day. Always forever. You. I'm not going to try and hit that note. I smoke way too much. But anyway, before we get started, I want to do my normal beginning of the thing call to action. So if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, leave a comment. I don't care when you're watching this, especially if you're watching it in the future. That would be really awesome. Trying to hit that 1,000 viewer count or 1,000 subscriptions by the end of the month. That means I've been putting up shorts and all that stuff, and that is one of the things that I wanted to put out to you guys today. Like I said, I'm running advertisements. I'm doing a few other things because I finally got the cost of what the editing services and software and all that stuff is going to cost me, and we're looking at maybe 150 a month. And don't get me started with boosting posts and advertising. It is just it costs a lot to do anything as an independent business guy. So do me the service of subscribing here on Twitch with your Amazon Prime account. That way it don't cost you anything. And head on over to TeePublic, to teepublic.com, or /BID merch. What? That's right. Yeah, check out some of the stuff we got. We got some hoodies. I'm working on another merch store as well. But yeah, we got the hoodies. Honestly, I'm big on the coffee mugs. All right, coffee mugs are my jam. We got a sale going on where they're like $15 and all that stuff. So that is something that really, oh, look at that, 30% off. But yeah, I will say this, don't sign up. I know the 30% off seems tempting and all that jazz, but what I will say is this: you sign up for that part and you're going to be getting junk mail. That's just how TeePublic works. Love the guys working on all that stuff, but yeah, as it stands, I'm trying to do the thing a little better. So with that being said, though, it would be really cool of you guys to hook us up with a little bit of merch. That would be really neat. So now that we got that stuff going, what else did I want to talk to you guys about before I went to the commercial? So as you guys know, I am starting to have a bit of a problem. I'm serious. Not one of those like, oh, you know what I hate. No, not one of those problems. But so here's the thing that I'm kind of having a problem with. Yesterday I was doing some cleaning and doing some arranging and getting ready for today's show, and I noticed something that was really disturbing to me, and that is how many 40K armies I have. Not just 40K, I also use them for one-page rules, because I like having loads and loads of miniatures for everything I play. Therefore, if I want to play Dead Zone, I've got some Spacemen miniatures that can pass as Space Marines or Enforcers until I can buy Enforcers. And a friend of mine gave me an itch that I don't really want an ointment for. And what that is he taught me how to play Alpha Strike, which is the new, or the newer Battletech thing. If you know, you know. Battletech has been out a long time. We're talking at least as long as Warhammer 40K between Battletech and Mech Warrior. There was a cartoon back in the 80s and 90s, and it was one of the first miniatures games I ever played. And a newer version has been released, and if you're new to the channel, I'm letting you guys know right now, I love games, especially from companies that want you to play. That is huge, okay? If they put out a really cool starter set, I am all about it, okay? All about the really cool starter set. Because anything like Carnivale, Marvel Crisis Protocol, the new Battletech stuff, again, I'm really big on starter kits, okay? Really big on starter sets. If I'm looking at, say, Magic the Gathering, I'm good with a starter deck. I don't need to buy any boosters and all that stuff. I can just have loads of fun. And a lot of my friends can also have loads of fun doing just the starter kit stuff, just the starter decks, just the combat patrols. But once I get into it, then I have a problem. And I was cool because I 3D printed all of the Space Marine stuff that I want, all my Space Marine proxies, and we're going to be working on some of those on this show in the upcoming weeks, because every single one of these shows I'm going to be focusing on a creator, specifically creators of STL files, unless one of the major companies comes out with something that is just so awesome that I have to buy it and put it together and do the modeling the old-fashioned way. Okay, so that is where we're going to be coming at this from. Now, with all that said, though, I took a look at a few things, and my Space Marines are fine. My Thousand Suns, almost fine. I'm thinking I might want to get one of the Abomination things, but, the things that they turn into and all that. If you're into the lore, they turn into great big monsters and all that stuff, and I love it. But I got my Magnus, I got my Ahriman, I've got a whole bunch of sorcerers and all that stuff. I might paint up another Infernal Master, because I bought it from a dude that Battle Brother Sam then featured on YouTube. That was actually kind of cool. But between my Custodes, my Ultramarines, my Thousand Suns, my Necrons, is there anything else? I still have the Battle Sisters, but I'm not really feeling them. I might trade them with somebody for some stuff. But then I took a look at my boys. I saw my boys. And when I say my boys, I mean my orcses. Yeah, my orcs, they came up and I'm like, oh my God, I think I need some help. And essentially, the way that I do my collections is I put together a 2,000 point 40k army, and then I translate that into my my OPR armies, which come out to about 4,500 to 5,000 points. And I was thinking about the armies on parade. Okay, look, I was seriously thinking about the armies on parade, and I'm like, okay, I may need some professional help. All right, I think I need a support group, because yeah, that is a fully fledged army of orcs, and I still have a truck or two and some quad bikers. I don't get into the lore like that. I just go, wow, these minis look cool, I think I will play with them. And yeah, that is the thing that we're looking at. And I think I have a problem. I think I need help, son. I need help. But one of the things that I know I needed help with comes down to today's featured creator. And we will get to that in a minute when we come back from these advertisements. Yep. Ah, God, I am seriously in, I am in a state. I really am. Let's see, who's here? Neon Arlecchino, Rogue Girl, Drop Snatch, Lonely Girl. Nice. Hey, guys, how you doing? I want to say what's up to the folks over on YouTube, like, the 250 Mike C. Thank you so much for being here. I think you like me. This is the second day in a row. I hate when people do this. No. You need to be on mute. How do I silence this phone? You know what? It's on airplane mode now. All right. So yeah, I get so many sales calls and so many would you like to refinance your property? Oh, would you like to do this? Hey, we've got a special deal for you and people in your area about alternative forms of energy. And I'm like, I need to get a sponsorship from one of those services that are like, hey, why don't you join our service and we'll start taking you off mailing lists. That would be awesome. So today, we're back. Hi, guys. So, yeah, again, if you guys don't like the commercial breaks, I totally get you. I totally understand you. And with that, I gotta say, subscribe to the channel, and you guys will be skipped with the commercial breaks. Like Blurtish and Neon Arlecchino. They use their Amazon Prime account. That way, it doesn't cost them anything. So today, and again, this isn't sponsored or anything like that. I haven't full disclosure, one of our deckers does work for this company, and that is how I found out about this company. But they are in no way having me review any products or anything like that. They're literally just out there. So, one of the things that I saw on this was, I was going through all of the STL files that I could look up, and I saw something that I adored. I've talked about them on the show before, and I found out where they were from, and it turned out, yeah, that a friend of mine and a friend to the channel, actually works for this company. And how did I know? Because I saw Tanya the War Mistress. Dude, check out her channel. She is an amazing painter, although she will never admit to it. Um, and I saw that she had the things that I saw. And I'm like, where did you get those? And she's like, I got them from work. And I'm like, wait, you're not a full-time like content creator? And she's like, no, I got a day job. I got real bills to pay. I got a dog. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's the whole thing. So she ended up giving me, um, the website that she works at, and that is Guts and Gears, or Gear Guts. That's what it's called, Gear Guts. I so rehearsed that and all that stuff too. That was so, yes, the Gear Guts Mech Shop. Yeah, these guys are awesome, and they have so many cool things. They sell pre-printed models. Now they're up in Canada, so shipping will be kind of a thing. But let's take a look at some of these guys. Yeah, let's look at some of the monsters. Again, I'm all about the STLs. Characters, because why not characters? The Wrecker Forge Master. Look at this guy. And again, the STL is $10, but why not make 5, right? That's one of my big things. And hey, what's going on, Knights of G? Yeah, the tiny dudes. Oh my God, these dudes. Yeah. So, yeah, shot by tribe. No, let's shot by unit type, because these guys. Let's see, Troopas, fast attacks, super heavies, flyers, bosses. Let's see. Yep, they got some gobos. All right, and check these guys out. I mean, these guys are just little adorable things. They have little caps. They got caps on them, and the German World War I microphone grenades. I love these guys. These guys are great. All right, these guys are so fun. They're all around. But one of the things that I was crazy about is when I first started doing 3D printing, and I put up my orc army. I didn't know much about them. I didn't even know that they were fun dudes. Sorry, fun guys. I didn't know they were made of fun. And I didn't know the different unit types and all that stuff. Yes, guns and loincloths, Neon. And again, the STLs for these guys are what? Oh, these are pre-printed, so you can order this group for $20. $20. That's $2 a model. All right. And this stuff is amazing. And these are all pre-printed minis, like dog sword gunners. Huh? What is this? We got, we got squigs with guns on them. That is so fun. So that should make you happy. Neon, I know how you love your little vermin things. I mean, look at that. It's a little squig and it's got a gun. It's like, one-eyed squigs with flamethrowers. I mean, that's cool. But what I saw that really killed me was, of course, my sneaky Boozahs. Okay, my sneaky Boozahs. These are orc commandos. And I'm like, oh my God, they're hiding in trash cans. I cannot believe this. These guys are so great and so adorable. They're like, hey, you don't see me. Don't look at me. No, no, no. What? Why aren't you recycling, you dumb git? You know, that kind of thing. I mean, I just love these guys. So, that's what we're painting up today. I seriously thought about buying a second set. Matter of fact, these were painted by Tanya the War Mistress. And yeah, I'm just how can you hate these guys? Seriously, these guys are just so fun. Look at that. That's just God, you know, little blue things. Um no, kobolds aren't vermin. I know. I'm not calling them vermin. You know, their Dragon Master does that. What? At me, all right? Um and so yeah, these guys are great. And they're not the only sneaky boozers that are here, all right? We've got our standard sneaky boozers that have ninja masks, and they're cool, you know, but they really didn't jump out at me. These seemed okay. Now this guy, yeah, that guy is actually kind of cool. But these seem kind of standard and not as silly as I think the Grimdark setting is. Now these guys, I thought about it. The fact that, you know, he has a cardboard cutout of a tree, and they're hiding in boxes, and I thought that was kind of cool. But the whole solid metal snake, I don't know. It really wasn't speaking to me as much as the garbage cans, except for this guy with the cardboard cut out of the tree. I love that. I really do. So, you know, when I get another $10 and I might need some more commandos, I might actually get those. But I got my trash can, guys. And today we are going to paint them up. All right. I picked yellow because Coldplay, I've been told, is aggressively mediocre, but that is a song I really like. I didn't want to steal. There's sneaky goblins there, and you'll just have to go down to the Gear Guts workshop and check them out for yourself. Matter of fact, what am I doing? I need to leave a link in the description or in the chat here. So I'm leaving a link in the chat. Feel free to open up a second window and do some shopping because these guys are great. I did a little research on the company and they're very cool. The owner of the company loves what he does and treats his people relatively well from what I've seen and heard, within the confines of, you know, what their employees talk about. So yeah, I'm really, really jazzed about these guys. And I've wanted, like, seriously wanted these guys ever since I first saw them. Because come on, man, they're orcs and they're sneaking around and they have trash cans on them. So that is what we're working on today. I'm just getting my palette ready because you should never get your palette ready before you start the show or your paints will dry out. And all of that jazz. It's not good stuff, all right? But these guys are very easy to paint. And, of course, we are going to use my favorite method, painting, which is the slappy, choppy kind of method of painting. As I said yesterday, one of our very, very friendly gaming stores they and I are in a serious debate about using speed paints and contrast paints as beginners. And they don't think that it's cool. They don't think it's a good place to start. I disagree. And instead of agreeing to disagree, I figure, you know what? I'll just show people how to do it and go over some of the reasons that a lot of people might have a hard time going for this technique. And again, Happy With It is a show all about, and I mean all about, doing the stuff that you want to do with your minis until you are happy with it. Are we going to be winning any golden demons? No. Are we going to be winning any, I don't know, local community accolades? Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I never put my stuff out there. But if you guys keep on going with the thing, then you might find yourself happy with it as well. But before we do that, we are going to head out for one more ad break. And then you guys can talk to me in the chat about some of the stuff that you think about what we're doing. All right? So, yeah, we're getting out there, and I got to get my camera up and going and make sure that everything is going relatively well. Okay? Because I really do like, I really do enjoy painting on stream. I like it. Okay, but it takes a little bit to set up. There we go. So Neon, if you're not looking at goblins and stuff like that over at the Gear and Guts website, leave a comment. But I get a feeling that you are, because why wouldn't you? Their stuff is very cool. You know, their stuff is amazing, you know. So yeah. All right, I just want to make sure that I can do this properly, and we should be back from break. All right. So, one of the things I want to do here, ooh, no, look at that there. Okay, and we are going to go boop. Actually, no, not that one. Boop, boop. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And I'm just going to shrink myself down a little bit there so I don't take away from what we're doing. There we go. And let me turn the chat on. There's the chat. Look at you guys. All right. Now, those sneaky goblins are great, even if they seem more Atom Smasher than Stealth Operative. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That is totally fair. Yeah, I am so loving all that. What is up? Oh, I didn't push the live button. So, let's take a look and head on into the hobby hall. And let's check to see if we can paint these things to the point where we're happy with it. Now, I want to turn on a little bit of music because, yeah, I think music is fun. There we go. See, look at that. Isn't that fun? And see, it's not drowning me out and all that stuff. I didn't realize that I turned down my mic as far as I turned it down. So, these are my guys. Aren't they cool? Look at it. Look at these guys. They're just so neat. Oh, man. I am loving all of it. I really am. This is just really cool stuff. So yeah, I am seriously loving the way that this goes, and I'm trying something a little new today, in the sense of oh, look at that. I think what I'll do here is yeah. Oh, can't do that. So yeah, all right, you guys are gonna be seeing a little bit of thing there. That's fine, because look at what we got. Yeah, these things are awesome. So, I have actually gone in. Ooh, I got a little bit of support material here, and I don't like it. So, just gonna get that out of there. Okay, now I primed these things already, and I primed these with Duplicolor Auto Primer. Okay, in a dark gray. Now, a lot of folks slap chop with straight up black. And when you're using these paints, you can use them in all white. Actually, you can also use them. You can prime them in white, which is essentially the most basic of beginner ways to do it. And honestly, there really is no bad way, in my opinion. I seriously think that most of the time people are unhappy with this kind of stuff is because they set their standards too high. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with miniature, with this miniature paint here. Who is this by? This is Badger Airbrush Company, and this is just a gray. Okay, this is a gray. It's a light gray, and we're just going to do a little bit of dry brushing, okay, to really bring out this stuff. Now, ooh, that's a little chalkified, isn't it? Yeah, that is super chalkified. So what we need to do is we need to get some water. Okay, I'm like, ooh, I knew there was always something I was missing, because dry brushing, and I've said this before, is kind of a misnomer. It's more like damp brushing. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, just get a little of that stuff off. And now we're going to take our damp dry brush, because it's damp. Okay, and now, oh yeah, that's a lot better. That is not nearly as chunkified. Okay, and I find that when I damp brush, you know, when I do a damp brush, I'm a little heavy-handed with it, you know. But again, this is all personal preference, and never forget that art is subjective. The one thing that you want to do more than anything else, okay, is make sure you don't press too hard, because we want the contrast of the muscles. Focus. Yeah, we want the contrast of the muscles and the creases, okay? This is giving us a good amount of our shadows, okay? You know, it's just like music. One continuous note is not a song. We get a groove from the rest, you know. Bop, 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 bop. You know, that's what we're looking at. So, in order to get contrast, we want to make sure that our creases and our recesses are relatively dark. Now, we can do this a couple of ways. A lot of folks like washes, you know, and washes are like liquid talent. I love doing washes, but I haven't made any wash for a while, and I haven't bought any wash for a while. Okay. And with the slap chop method, if this were all black, boy, those creases would seriously be popping, just popping. But again, I didn't feel like painting this thing in all black, and I like gray primer because it gives me just a little bit more flexibility. Okay? That's a really big thing. Yep. So yeah, but it's official. I have a problem. I really do. I've got too many armies, and I notice when I'm bored or watching TV, if I got resin around, I will probably find something else to print. I literally almost started printing up my Grey Knights. And I'm like, I don't play Grey Knights. And I don't want another army. Although, I'm about to say a serious hot take. Y'all ready? Yeah. Come for the painting, stay for the hot takes. You ready? I like the baby carrier. I do. I think it's a cool looking model. It reminds me very much of Alien, you know. And don't get me wrong, for that Ripley get away from her, you giant mama bug feel, the Invictor Warsuit does it as well. But yeah, I like the Nemesis Dread Knight. I don't know why. I actually I do. I like the idea of putting a Space Marine in a Space Marine, and I think that's kind of neat. That's literally where my head is at with it. I know every 40k player I know talks about it looking stupid. They're like, oh god, that thing looks dumb. And it might look dumb to you, but I love it. I really do. I think it is so neat. So there we go on that. Yep, we're in. We're going in. So yeah, and it's funny, you know, I thought about learning Tau because I do like robots. Okay, but I don't know if I'm feeling Tau. If it's good enough for Morven Val, it's good enough for Goonies. Sure. I have no idea what you mean by that, Neon. Like, none. I don't get the joke. I bet it's funny. I just don't get it. All right. So that is our first layer. And we're going to go back to our first one. And we're going to put on a quick second coat. Okay. Second coat of this gray. Okay. And again, what's really important is not to really stab that thing in there. That's for later. Okay. We just want the topmost part of the brush to hit stuff. All right. Now, the best part, or my favorite part rather, of trash cans and oil barrels and stuff is that they come in so many colors, so many varieties, that you can't pick a wrong color. You know, they work in red. You can have them new. You can make them grimy. They're literally my favorite type of terrain. Just barrels everywhere. Morven Val is Sororitas leader with a mech suit. Oh, her! Her, yeah, okay. I didn't know that's what her name was. Yeah, I think she's kind of neat too. You know, a lot of people are like, no, because in a real military situation, you would never have your skin uncovered. And I'm like, in a real military situation, you wouldn't be shooting exploding Red Bull cans at people and they live. You know, these are toys. This is sci-fi. Relax. God. You know, and one of my favorite sci-fis, there are keychains that literally turn matter into energy and dissipates it. A keychain. Makes me wonder why they have rifles. And now that we've got that, we're going to go on to straight up white. Okay? White. Okay? And if you guys wonder why I use airbrush color, honestly, it's more bang for the buck, and I enjoy transparent paint. Okay, I like it thin. I like it, and you see what we're doing on that? It just pops it right out, and it doesn't take a lot. Okay, there we go. Pop, 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 pop. And when you're doing this top layer, okay, a lot of people will be like, yeah, we'll just do the top layer a lot lighter, you know, do it where there'll be, where the light will shine down. And what they mean by that is if you're outside, where does the sun hit? Okay, where does the sun hit? Most of the time, the sun hits to a certain level, and again, it picks up contrast. So there we go on that. There we go there. Pop, pop, and just the upside. So what I like to do when I'm doing this really top highlight layer is I literally just like to go from the top down, like I'm doing right now. Okay? Do I get the undersides? No. And why? Because my eyes move in the same direction as the light. Okay? And then when people want to pick up and judge, they're like, oh my God, you did all this contrast. And I'm like, yeah, guess what? Not your toys. Unless they say something cool, in which case I say, thank you. All right? So we are going to let that dry a little bit, but we are going to go to the next part. Now, this is Speed Paint 1.0. This is from the original starter kit, and we're going for orc skin. Okay? Now, the interesting thing about orc skin is that this is the first generation Army Painter paints, and there was a lot of complaints about these paints reactivating with a second coat. So one of the big things I get is people saying, I don't know how much to put on the brush, because on the thing it looks like that much, like look at all that. But comes down to this: if you can turn your brush to a point, that's about enough. And then we just apply. That's it. That's all we do. And I'm going for this color right here, right now, because on these models, there's not a lot of green. Now, normally, if you're doing contrast, you want to start with the lightest colors and go into the darkest colors, because the light colors, if you go outside the lines, then you can cover them later with the dark colors and you'll be good. Okay? Yeah. See what we're doing here? Oh, we got a bubble. Come on, focus. Focus, Kershew. Okay. There we go. You see what we got right there? Yeah, this is working. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We're just going in underneath. You know. Be patient, because slow is steady, steady is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay? And what does that mean? I've seen lots of people over the course of my learning how to paint that want to rush it. Okay? I know somebody that they were just so not into painting that they're like, unless I can dip a mini into the paint and that be good enough, I'm not even interested in trying. That breaks my heart. It really does. Okay, and there we go. So now our little orc guy here, now we know he's an orc. Ooh, missed a spot. And there we go. Now I find that the reactivation problem isn't really that big a deal. You start with a thin coat and then follow it with a thicker coat. Then you're happy. Okay? So again, that's it. Just make sure that your brush can come to some sort of point. Now this guy has the most skin of any orc in the set. Okay? So let's make sure we come to a point. There we go. And a lot of folks are like, oh, it coffee stains, it pools. Yeah, it might. But again, this is to get your stuff on the table. It's in the name of the company, Army Painter. They're not art maker. And full disclosure, I am not sponsored by Army Painter. I just really like their stuff because their philosophy seems to be right in line with mine. You know, seriously. I'm all about painting stuff up, getting it on the table, and going about my day. Okay? And there we go. Now again, this stuff was designed to fall into the cracks and crevices of the mini, and ooh, that's a lot. Okay? And that's okay, because all we're gonna do, if you've got pooling like that, we're just gonna dry off our brush a little bit and move that paint somewhere else. It ain't that critical. Here we go. See? And this guy has got some face showing and a little bit of neck, because his stuff is more like a hat. So yeah, I'm going in there. Any other skin we want to look at? Nah. So I have to make the decision, is he wearing a shirt or is he shirtless? I don't know. And that's it for our green. That's, oh, missed a spot. Look at that. Look at that right there. Uh-huh. That's fine. I still got paint on my brush. And there we go. Now, what a lot of people fall into, especially new painters, and this is something that I had to learn, which was understand, hey, what's up? Oh, promotion to channel and viewers and all that stuff. I got a bot. Woo, a bot. Look at the bot. I got a bot. Look at the bot. Banhammer. All right. I shouldn't enjoy that as much as I do, but I do. Nope, I'm not gifting a subscription to anyone. I don't have that kind of money. All right. Yes, bad. Good. Moving on. Moving on. How do I get that thing out of there? Just go there. Chat. Ah. Yep. They're timed out. Suspicious user. Hey, 13! Good to have you back, man! Oh, man. I have to ban so little that once I do, I don't know how to get it to not do the thing anymore. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to... Yeah. All right. There we go. Cool. Now, just going to go to docs and chat. Aha! It's back. Looks like I left the chat room and came back. Ah, that's right. So, now that we got all those guys, let's clean off our little brush. Because what's really important is to clean your brushes as you go. Okay? And that is really, really big. Because the amount of stuff that you dry brush and things, yeah, that comes in. And I aggressively clean my brushes now. I used to not, because, you know, they were cheap and I could buy more. But I'm broke. And being broke means I gotta find different ways to do stuff and, you know, have little ways of saving money. So it's cleaning my brushes is what we're doing. Now, the next color that we are gonna go for is we're gonna go for a blue. Okay? Because my orcs wear jeans. That's just what they do. All of my orcs wear jeans. So the next color that we're going for is Magic Blue from Speed Paint. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is Speed Paint. Is this Speed Paint 2.0? No, this is standard Speed Paint. So this came from the starter kit as well. And again, yeah, my orcs wear jeans because even in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is still denim. So yeah, we're just gonna go on in there and we're just gonna paint a bit. That's all. Get that stuff in there because the blue is magic blue. It's magic. There we go. And see, now my orc boy is wearing pants. Okay? And we're just going to do that for all the little orc guys. Well, all the orc guys that you can see pants on. Like, this guy has a little bit of pant. Just a tiny bit. Okay, yeah, there we go. Doesn't have to be that great. It's not, we're not doing Picasso over here. Okay? All we're doing, adding a little color to their pants. Now these guys got little loincloths. Little loincloths. Okay? And what I think I want to do is I want to give these guys a theme for their loincloths. So I'm gonna go for red, most likely. Okay, but you don't have to. But you know, red on blue, red on blue, red on blue just works. You know, that whole color wheel theory going across all that stuff. All right. And there we go. That's it. That's all we need. That's all. Okay? These guys, super quick, super easy. Not that big of a complication. All right? And now let's put on some metallics. All right? Actually, let's not go for the metallics. Now, we're going to do something really fun and interesting, okay? We're going to start with Ancient Honey from Speed Paint 2.0, but we're going to put a couple of drops of Zealot Yellow in. So we're looking at 2 to 1 for this yellow, all right? Because we want to get this done in a few coats using as little paint as possible, okay? And there we go. Now, the 2.0 paint, that works really well. And there's always been this thing of how yellow sucks to paint. And it's true. It really does. But this honey color and Zealot Yellow make it so easy. Now, if you guys notice, I have a lot of thickness on this. All right. And that's easy. What we're going to do is we're just going to dab a little bit. Okay. Because we want really thin coats. Okay. Thin coats of yellow. And we are going to spread it. Spread that yellow all the way across. Okay. Because this is one of the only colors that I found in the sets that don't live up to, I want to say, the advertisement or the tagline, which is one thick coat. Okay. For yellow, you can do a thin coat. and you get a nice yellow. Okay, but if you do a thicker coat, you could end up with coffee staining, in sort of an orangish kind of hue. You know, there we go. Ooh, knock the camera a bit. Okay, there we go. And as you guys can see, that yellow on top of the white just goes. And this is the thing. Now, this is a technique that I used to do when I first started painting miniatures. And my big thing was I'm heavy-handed in most of my things. Okay, comes from having a southern rural family that kind of looked at whenever I tried to use a light touch, they wrote it off as an excuse and told me to stop messing around. So I just hear a bunch of old people going, "Boy, put paint on that brush. You ain't painting that thing. No, just put paint on it." You know? Now, scientifically speaking, a bunch of light coats is kind of the way. But, you know, what can I say? When you grow up like I did, you build a bunch of weird habits. All right? But one of the things that I noticed about painting yellow and beige, because when I was playing War Machine, I played the Protectorate of Menoth, and I didn't do box art. I gave kind of a bluish silver kind of thing for my warjacks and stuff, and people called my army the Mighty Ducks, because I was in Orange County, California, and they're not very creative. So, but yeah, so there we go. We have our yellow. Okay. And our yellow is in there. There we go. And now I'm going to give just a really quick line of yellow across the top. Okay. And this line of yellow will kind of give it some grimy feel. Now, we're not gonna totally grimdark this up. We're not adding streaks. I might print up a couple of stickers until I can get some decal paper, and I'll print up a couple of stickers and put like a biohazard sticker on them, you know. But in the meantime, that's good. Yeah, we're fine on this. Look at this guy. Yeah, now he's in a yellow barrel, and we're gonna do the same with the other two guys. Although I think I want a wider brush. There we go. Now, you see how that's really thick? Well, what we've got on here is as much yellow as we will probably need for the whole mini. And see, when you just gunk it up and gum it on, all you gotta do is take that paint and just push it around. It ain't that critical, you know? You don't gotta worry about stuff. Okay? As you guys see, this yellow is going on fine. This is really good practice if you want to make like an Imperial Fist army. Because I tried making the Imperial Fist in the very beginning because I have an uncanny knack for starting with the most difficult thing there is to start with in almost everything I do. There we go. You see how that light coat that I'm doing here just puts, you know, yeah, the biggest thing about yellow, and it's something that I like a lot, is that you can get away with a hint. Okay? So what I was doing with my Mighty Duck army was I would use ink, because ink is super transparent. So I could prime my models in white because the Protectorate are beige, And I could dry brush some gold on top of the white, really make it pop. And use a little yellow ink for darkening and accents, and then I was good, you know. And if you guys notice, the show isn't very long, it's only a couple hours. And we've been here for 1 hour. Yeah, you guys see, I don't like spending 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, especially on a singular miniature. That kind of thing drives me nuts. Because I have a penchant for horde armies. And this guy is gonna go super quick because he ain't got a lot of yellow. Okay. There we go. Then from here we're gonna do some metallics. Because metallics are really quick and really easy to deal with. And you can put metallics over, you can easily put metallics over speed paint as soon as they dry. And they don't take much time to dry because they're really thin and not very viscous. They're specifically designed to not be very viscous. Yeah, look at that. Okay. There we go. And that's all there. Look at that. So yeah. Guys are here. Hey, look at me. Look at all that. So let's take a quick commercial break. And we'll be right back. Because, yeah. Again, yeah, that guy, I mean, it's really coming together. You know, it really is. I really like how this is coming together. Come on! Yeah, today, my friend, we are painting up some orc commandos. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, yeah, this stuff is just doing me good. This stuff is doing me real good. So, yeah, orc molds and that paint looks great. Thank you, Gaming Fix. Thank you so much. That is really awesome. So yeah, I'm going to clean off my brushes and get everything ready for the metallics that are coming. All right, and this is some real good stuff. Real good, real quick, real stuff. Yeah, good, quick, real stuff. But yeah, the stuff that we're painting today, as I said, is coming from Gear Guts Mech Shop. Okay, these guys are super duper awesome. All right, again, I love these guys. We're doing the sneaky boozers, except my sneaky boozers are coming down and they are going to be yellow. Yellow sneaky boozers. Sneaky boozers in the yellow. That's right. Now, again, with you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We have a lot of stuff to do. Okay, yeah, that's all. But putting our sneaky boozers together and all that stuff, that's really, really fun. All right, looks like we're back. So, I want to talk with you guys for a bit. Now, a lot of people like to give me a bit of crap because I like proxies and I don't play at official stores, all right? But here's the reason, guys. When I was growing up, we didn't have official stores. And once I got to a point in my adult life where I had access to that kind of thing, I don't know how it is in a lot of other places. But, I ran across a lot of snobbery, you know. Now, a lot of people consistently and continuously tell me that talking crap is just part of the hobby. But I don't know. I've never been a big fan of normalizing hurtful behavior, you know. And when I say that, a lot of people are like, "Oh no, it's not," and I'm like, "Look, when you're insulting and ribbing and telling jokes, and I don't care if you call it ribbing or talking crap or razzing or whatever they call it in your region, the biggest thing that makes stuff like that difficult is when the person that you're talking to doesn't know that you don't mean it. You know? I mean, seriously. This is kind of where bad actors come in. That's their way in. Bad actors who don't like people because of the circumstance of their birth do a lot of not cool things under the guise of, oh no, I mean, that's just, it's all in good fun. That's just how we act here. And it's been something that I've been dealing with in a lot of places. Like, look, make no mistake, all right? I'm from the hood. We talk crap here. Oh my God, do we talk crap? We literally created an entire genre of hip hop about talking crap. It's called battle rap. There are entire movies where the climax is a bunch of rappers talking crap on each other from the stage. And some places call it playing the dozens, I know that's how they say it in the South or on the East Coast. In my neck of the woods, we called it bagging on, bagging on people. But the big thing is a lot of the times those words can be hurtful, and the people that are behaving in a hurtful manner, some of them genuinely don't know, but a lot of them do. Okay? And this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a bit now. I don't get political on this channel, but I do get behavioral. So I want to address this before we get back to the hobby hall. All right? So what a lot of people don't quite get or understand is that the assumption that people don't mean you harm is not something that a lot of people have. But we don't live in a very honest society. That's one of the biggest challenges I have for this job. I talked about how a lot of folks I know were scared off of the entire hobby by gaming snobs. Good people, okay? They're good people, and they don't think that they're snobs. They pass on that toxic behavior. But the thing is, whenever someone exhibits some sort of behavior like that and they're hit with it, the first thing they do is they defend themselves. So the behavior doesn't exactly stop. And it becomes easier to just not be around, not to put oneself in that situation. And I want you guys to think about that. Okay? Not in regards to what you might be doing, but I'm sure that all of us have somebody in our lives that we want to get into this stuff and has been scared off by people acting that way in the past. Okay? So it's something to really consider if we want to expand the hobby and expand the community. All right? So let's get back to the hobby hall. Hey, we're back here. All right, this is good stuff. So got our little guys there. They're wearing their jeans. They got all that. But you know what they need now? They need their weapons done. And I got some good old gunmetal gray. Now again, I use this from Army Painter because I like Army Painter. But gunmetal from Vallejo, lead belcher from GW, all that stuff works because what are we doing? we're painting some metal bits. Okay? So look at what we got. We got an axe. Because axes are cool. Right? That's it. And this isn't even like the Army Painter's speed paint stuff. This is literally just straight up metallic paint. And there we go. Painting the gun barrel. Painting the top of the gun. And that's it. That's all we're doing. Now, since if y'all watch this channel a lot, you know how I love my copper plate. Okay? I love my copper. So, what else are we going to do? Well, we are going to put the gunmetal down here on this guy's chest. Okay? Because, if I put shit on my chest, it can stop bullets. Because a gun can't shoot against a gun. Yeah. Right? And we're going to work on his suspenders. There we go. There we go. So how you doing, Con? Yeah, there we are. Got those guys. Got that down there. And I'm gonna make his dance belt that same color. Okay? Yeah, his dance belt. Cool. Alright, yeah, so there we go with the dance belt. And now we're just gonna go to the next dude. And pop, pop. Yeah, get that right on down there. Ain't that critical? Ba-doom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Ba-da-da-da-doo-doo-doo. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Ba-diddly-bob-doo-doom. So, yeah. But you know, yeah, I do have a problem because, again, I didn't mean to work on my orc army. I just ran out of other stuff to work on. You know, I mean, according to the rest of the internets, I should have done this in October because that's Orktober. But, you know, we're not standard typical folks, right? That's not what we're doing. You know. There we are. See, he's got his dance belt out. And if you notice, I went outside the lines, but the metallic paint covers what's outside the lines. Ain't that fun? Hey, hey. Alright. So, that's about it with our metallic, with our gunmetal. And now, we're going to do some of the final accessories. Okay. We've got weapon bronze. Because y'all know how I love my copper plate. It's almost like I'm Dickensian. Hey, Cyber Drake. So, boop, boop, boop. And now, here we go. Yeah, get that nice and in there. And now, we're going to do some accenting. Okay? We're going to be accenting knee pads. And if you notice, now we got a little bitty chunky there. A little bit. Nope, nope, nope. I need you to point for me. Point, point. There we go. There we go. Alright, so yeah, knee pads, chunkies, and of course, bottom of their shoes. Okay? Because look at that. Oh, I've got some serious foxtailing going on. Okay? Bottom of the shoes. And there we go. See, this really makes the thing pop. And by pop, I mean, hey, look, it's another color. It's another very easy to see color. Look at how easy it is to see. And of course, the boss says Kappas. Kappas is the colors of the DACA, so it makes them kick a bit faster. And we're going to do the belt buckles, and that won't take very much or very long. Boom, belt buckles. All right, now notice how I painted the dance belt. I painted the dance belt back there, but I left a big piece off. This is why. Okay, we have the silver on the dance belt, but yeah, look at that. Okay, that's really gonna make it pop. See, there we go. Isn't that awesome? You know, that's just amazing. All right, and now we're gonna have to go back in and accentuate these things. Yeah, we'll accentuate those with the silver a bit later. Okay, and now this guy, since he's got that thing going there, we're gonna give him a silver bracelet. Silver gun casing, or sorry, a copper bracelet. Okay. Yeah. Nice little copper bracelet. Cover up all those errors. Okay. And then the same accentuation. Buckles, knees, little thingy there. Okay. And there we go. Look at that. My. Okay. There. Yeah. He's got 2 bracelets. So we're just gonna give him a second one here. And look at that. Okay. Couple of belt buckles. Now, we really only got 2 other colors to do on these guys. This guy, he is all accessories, right? So yeah, we got to get him up and out of the way. So we will do his bracelets. Okay, call it like an ode to Wonder Woman, which is fun. Now, if some folks are feeling adventurous, they could totally do freehanding on that. I'm not that kind of adventurous. And that thing there, that thing there. There we go. And give him his little butt plate. Booty plate. There we go. Now, sounds like it's raining. That would truly suck. Because I had yard work to do today. But yeah. So we're just putting that on there. Oh yeah, it is most definitely raining. Hooray. And his kneecaps. Now, my dude is missing some of that. What is this? Ah, hazmat orange, quite appropriate for a barrel. Thank you. Let's see here. Yep, use that in Sentinel Comics RPG session. Cool. Very cool. All right. There we go. Yep, giving him some kneecaps. Giving him just a little bit of accenting here. Now this guy has a bunch of this stuff here. Oh yeah, it's coming down now. Just out of nowhere. It's just started raining. They say it never rains in Southern California. It's not true. It rains just enough to show the world how people in Southern California aren't used to things like weather. Oh man, I know it sounds like I'm talking crap on my town. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make his skin green. That frees up a lot of stuff there. Yeah, it frees up a lot of stuff. Good. All right. So now that we got their accents going, got all that stuff, I'm almost happy with this. Almost. But see, now we need some brown. Okay, did I bring any brown up here? No. Nope, I did not bring any brown up here with me. Ah, maize yellow. That was the other yellow I had. Uh-huh. Well, I didn't bring any brown speed paint, so we're going to have to go the old-fashioned way with the brown, and we're going to use dark flesh tone from Vallejo Air. So, there we go. And see, this is going to be for the belt buckles and a few other things, because there's lots of straps and stuff. Now, if you got stuff like snake bite or any brown will do. Any brown will do. So, let's take a look at this. And oh, and of course, we got the sticks. So here you go, the stick. Ooh, this is a lot. There we go. Now, this is alright, but I want to desaturate this, so I'm going to mix a little bit of gray, that light gray that we were using, and then a little bit of that yellow in there to get a different shade. Okay. Oh, that's a lot better. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That works a lot more. Okay. Now we're just gonna booping and boop, just beeping and booping. Okay. So beeping and booping on some of them straps. This guy gets a lot of beeping and booping because you can see like his whole belt. So there you go. He beeps, he boops. Beeps and boops. There. Now the strap's down here. Okay. And now that guy with the beeping and booping. Yeah, look at that. Oh, baby. See, there we go. And there we have it. Got our little guys down here. Now we got one more color, and then we'll be about done. We'll be done with a little bit of time left over, which is actually kind of neat, because then we'll be able to do some glamour shots. And y'all know how I love doing glamour shots. I really do. I'm a big fan doing the glamour shots. Now, next thing that we're gonna do, I know I pulled it out over here and I put it down, and there it is. Now we're gonna go for Grey Lord Grey, because they got boots. And that is what we are gonna do. Don't even need a full drop. Man, it just started coming down. That's crazy. Gonna take our Grey Lord Grey, and we are just gonna slather this stuff on. Slather it on. Get it in these boots. Yeah. There we go. Get that in there. Man. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. All right. There's our guy. And just to add a little bit of easy to the rest of this, we are going to shake this really good. So we're going to be using a lot of it now. And I mean a lot. Because I want to hit up these bases too. Okay? Because once these bases are hit, then I'll be happy with it. There we go. Now some folks ask, why don't you use like a model holder type thing? They ask me that all the time. And the thing is, I have very strong hands. Okay? And when my hands are as strong as they are, I tend to either snap the things in half or push the models off the bases. Okay? It is really annoying. Like really, really, truly annoying. You see how we're just slathering this on there? It'll be a couple of different shades, but it'll be good enough for the table. There we go. I know the Speed Paint series puts out a Black Templar black, and that works as well. There we go. Now I'm just putting this, slathering it on the boots. And again, that contrast that people talk about. Oh my God, look at the contrast. Oh, the contrast is so there. Look at the contrast. Look at this picture. This picture has all the contrast. Look at the contrast. You know, what that essentially means is the ability to tell different colors apart. It doesn't look like one continuous thing, okay? And it's like light and dark, light and dark. There you go. So we got these dark gray boots against that poppin' copper. Okay, that's contrast. That's what people are talking about most of the time. And yeah, here we go. Pop that in there. Okay, get these boots going. Look at these boots. Look at them go. And they don't have to be super neat. Now, some folks are like, yeah, I want my stuff looking good. I'm like, cool. And here's my philosophy and my thoughts on it. If you guys want your stuff looking good, you do it. They're your toys. All right? They're your toys. They're your models. I personally don't care if they look good. Because I'm not that good a painter. And I don't want to spend 5 months on one mini in an army where I have 150 minis. You know, that's not what I'm in this for. You know, some minis, yeah, I take a bet. You know, every few of them are works of art. You know, but yeah, not as many as you would think. Not as many as you would think, and not nearly as many as some would like to say. You know, again, I like to play, and I want my stuff decent enough to look down at the table and have a little bit of a cinematic feel. My philosophy on immersion actually insults a lot of people, you know, so I don't try and force it on people, but I have an imagination such as that I can imagine what is there or what should be there when it isn't there. Okay, not a whole lot takes me out of movies, which is why you guys hardly ever hear me talk about movie special effects, you know, because okay, they may not have had that kind of budget for all that stuff, but did they tell the story? You know, yeah, when special effects are amazing, they're amazing, and I give them their flowers, but I don't expect John Carpenter's The Thing or Jurassic Park out of everything, you know? I mean, that stuff is expensive, I know. I've worked in practical effects, and I know lots of people that work in digital effects, and yeah, they make much more money than I do at any job I've had outside of the space program, you know, so it's expensive to put that stuff out there, and I've never been one of those people that say, I've never been a perfectionist to a point where, hey, what's going on? Let's see, Manic Splicer. Hope you're having a great one. Thank you. I hope you're having a great one too. Seriously. But I know a lot of people in my life have told me that if I can't get it absolutely perfect the first time I try something, then I shouldn't do it at all. Yeah. So here's the thing on that. Not everybody can afford school. Not everybody is good at school. Not everybody is good under mentorship. And Dave Grohl said it best when it comes to music. Everybody sucks at the beginning. Okay, everybody sucks at everything when they first start. And I don't believe that anyone at any time should confine themselves to only doing what they're good at. Okay? Not when they're young, and not when they hit middle age. Because it cuts a person's life in half. You know, it pretty much says your life is 100% determined by what you have access to when you are too young to make any decisions, i.e. the circumstances of your birth. If you grew up somewhere that you didn't have access to, say, robotics, then you shouldn't learn robotics when you're old enough to finally have access. You know, that makes no sense to me. You know, it also says no one can ever change their career. Um, and no one can learn any new skills. Only do what you're good at, essentially, is the message from people in really toxic environments. And I'm all about us having fun. Hey, thank you so much, subscriber. Thank you. You know, yeah, so I'm all about us finding what we got to do, finding our joy. You know, what else are we working for? We do this hobby stuff, and I started this hobby stuff when I was like 22, 23, because I didn't have access to it when I was 12 or 13. There are no hobby shops in the hood, you know. So does that mean I should never have even tried or never started? Does that mean that I'll never get good? No, that's not what that means. You know, what it means is that I'll catch up with the people that are already good, but if they don't have the patience to interact with me because I'm not on their level, then in truth, unless money is on the line, okay, unless this is my job, that just means they're not worth my time. You know, because again, I don't know anybody that trains in such a manner that requires or that qualifies for a montage. I don't know anyone that does that for fun. I know a lot of people that do a lot of things for fun. I learn for fun, don't get me wrong. You know, but when I learn for fun, I do things at my own pace because I don't want to work when I'm not working. You know, and what do I mean by that? I have jobs that pay me. This Twitch channel pays me. I try and do my best to learn all the skills that I need to give you guys good stuff so that you keep subscribing, and I appreciate that. You know, simultaneously, I also drive a forklift. So when I get home from driving a forklift and doing 2,000 reps of 50-pound boxes, I can't study a foreign language and have it stick. You know, it's something called exhaustion. Yeah, great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, but that's the whole thing. So now that we got this, I actually kind of cheated a little bit, guys. Yeah, I cheated just a little bit. And by that, I mean, yeah, I did do a tiny bit of cheating. And with the cheating that I did, I set up a glamour shot a little bit earlier. All right. So we're going to look at that, and then I'm going to take some questions from you guys, because why not take some questions from you guys? So let's take a look at these things. All right, because yeah, this is really cool. Again, you know, these things up there, this is good enough. All right, these are good enough. And these are the glamour shots that I took before the show. And to tell you the honest, or the most honest of the truth, I was happy with them then. You know, I really was. I was good. I was really good at with where we were. I was ready to put them on the table. But now we just did a little bit more. Not a lot, not a whole lot, just a little bit more with the ones that we had. And now that we've done a little bit more, I really want to show you guys some of the stuff that we did that's a little bit more. Okay, just a little bit more. I may touch them up, you know. I may put a little bit more something down there, possibly. Possibly a little more something, you know. Um, but we'll see, you know. Yeah, we might see, you know, cuz said might do a little more something something. Haven't decided. Don't know um where I'm going to put all this stuff. But, you know, again, what we're doing is still relatively fun. And that is the most important part of what we're doing. You know, does it stay fun? Are we still, you know, are we in a spot with what we're doing where you know, are we in a spot with what we're doing where we can look at this stuff and say, "Hey, I did that." You know, because really that's what I want and that is what I really like is to say, "Hey, I did that." And are they good enough for the table? Well, in all honesty, I kind of think so. Um, are they winning any awards? No. No, 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 no. They are not winning any golden demons or anything of that sort. But you know what? They're okay, you know. And okay is good with me, you know. All right, let's see. All right, cool, cool. And in case you guys are wondering, yeah, there we are. There we are. Oh, that's there. All right. So yeah, in case you guys were wondering, I'm mhm, there we go. So yeah, and just trying to clean up. Um, hang on. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. So let's take a look at the guys we did today. Ooh. Now I don't know about you, but I can say I'm happy with this. Yeah, I can definitely say I'm happy with this. Let me change the lighting a bit. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. So pretty. Look at that. Yeah. And we got our guys. Look at all that. So, seriously, guys, this has been really fun. Now, we got 10 minutes left in the show. So I want to talk with some of you guys. Manic Splicer, good to see you. Good to meet you. Thank you for the subscription. Did you have any questions coming in? You know, again, these are sneaky boozers from Gear Guts. Yeah, Gear Guts Mech Shop. Um, love, 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 love these guys. These guys are just great. Um, and yes, they are 3D printed, and yes, the file is $10. $10. All right. And what does that mean? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are 21 models in this. And essentially, I can tell you, I think I used maybe $2 to print a plate. So for $14, you get over 20 models. That's less than $1 a model, you know, and no company can beat that, except I'm not calculating for my time. But you know, that's I think my actual hobby is 3D printing. Um ooh, let's see. Okay, there we go. But yeah, this has been some really fun stuff. And like I said, guys, Your mindset when it comes to how you approach this is everything. I know so many people that when it comes to painting or modeling, they hold themselves at such a high standard that they discourage themselves. Okay. And this is a really, really, really dangerous place to be. Like, why? A lot of people are like, yeah, but we should totally have higher standards for ourselves, you know? We should totally, shouldn't we hold ourselves to a high standard? Oh, always. Yes, 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 yes. Ah. um, but the question on top of all that is really simple. If your standards are outside of your skill level and achievement capability for now, then there won't be any joy in getting there. Okay. One of my favorite bands is Rush. Okay. I love Rush. I know. It's a thing. Oh yeah, Manic Splicer. Printing your own miniatures does save a lot of money in the long run. In the short run, it really costs about $300 to $400 to really get set up and dialed in, and your learning curve is crazy. But once you got that, oh my God. Once you got the learning curve, then yeah, you save a lot of money in the long run. I've been 3D printing for about 5 years now, and yeah, I'm at a point now where I get 12 to 13 times my money's worth out of every bottle of resin I buy. So that's the thing. Well, like I was saying, Rush is one of my favorite bands, and they have a song called La Via Strangiato, and it is a great song. It took me a good year and a half to learn that song, and it was not a fun year and a half. I mean, I think I was able to play the bass solo on that song one time, stereo perfectly, okay? One time. And the fact of the matter is, it was just a matter of frustration. I cannot tell you how many times I threw multiple basses across a room because I wasn't at the level where I understood music enough to learn that song easily. Okay. And then I read an interview where the man who wrote it, Neil Peart, actually said, I am never going to write and record a song that I can't play again. He had a hard time learning it. And that took the edge off. Okay. But that's all it did. It took the edge off. Now, when I stick to things that fall within the realm of the back in the deck philosophy, and what's the back in the deck philosophy? Very simple. Reach 3 inches further. Just 3. Okay? Try and stretch 3 inches wider. Try and lift your leg 3 inches higher. And when you get that 3 inches, stop. Appreciate it. Enjoy yourself. Okay? And when people normally set their standards really high, and I mean really high, I'm talking a foot and a half beyond, that's when we hurt ourselves. And we, if we do achieve it, we do damage to our bodies, we do damage to our minds, we do damage to our internals, our heart, our anxiety. Just so much pain comes from pushing ourselves further than we should be pushed. And if y'all grew up like I did, it's really difficult to pull yourself back from that because so many people pushed us too far beyond our capabilities. But if you're still in school, I promise you it can get better. And if you're no longer in school and you're adult and you live on your own, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. You don't have to abuse yourself to get better. You know, 3 inches. That's it. That's all. When you decide to push yourself, try a little bit of freehanding. That's 3 inches. 6 inches is trying a little bit of freehanding and expecting it to come out great. When you haven't done it before, when you haven't practiced, no. That's pushing yourself too far. And I see too many people push themselves and eventually they catch up, but that's where they start getting bitter. That's where they start pushing other people with well, if I could do it, you could do it. What's wrong with you? That's not happy. That's not joy. That's not spreading joy. In fact, that pushes people out of the hobby, out of our social circles, out of our environments. Okay? And again, we're all about building community, right? And would you like to be part of a community that kept telling you that you weren't good enough? That you have to push yourself beyond the realm of any enjoyment in order to enjoy something? I mean, when you look at the math of that kind of language, it just doesn't make sense, does it? I know it doesn't make sense to me. But if you push yourself a little further, just 3 inches further, can you run another half block? If you're used to lifting 50 pounds, can you lift 55 now? And if you can't get that 3 inches, that's fine. Try for it. Don't beat yourself up if you can't do it, because you will eventually, And that's it. I will never be an award-winning painter. I never will. I don't want to be. It's not one of my ambitions, okay? That doesn't mean that if you guys want to be at that level, or at least at that level that you see on Instagram and stuff like that, go for it. But be kind to yourself while you're doing it. And understand that most influencers and entertainers and people that do things professionally have been in that training for years, if not decades. Be cool. You'll get there. All right? But looks like that's our time. Isn't that fun? I want to thank you guys for being here today. I definitely want to thank, I think it's Manisplicer for showing up and subscribing. Major thanks to Neon Arlecchino, Knights of G, Vimercy, hey, welcome. Sleeping Beauty Syndrome, welcome. Rogue Girl, welcome. A Lonely Girl, thanks for showing up. For the people that came in and popped out, like Zenithades and Attila Khan and good old Mr. Cooper, thank you guys. All right, thank you. And let's see here. I think it's about that time because I'm going to be played out pretty soon. Hey, look at that. Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew it was coming. So, if you guys have it in you, all right, pop by and pick up some of our merch, all right, over at tpublic/user/bidp merch. We got hoodies and tapestries and pins and stickers. Stickers I recommend a lot because they're only $2 or $3. They really help us out. And you can put them on a lot of stuff, put them on your laptop, on your folders, on your gaming folders. That's some really cool stuff. And if you guys got any other questions, all right, you can open up your email and type in backinthedeck@gmail.com. It's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. You can also reach out to me on my X that I used to call Twitter. Also at Instagram, both at backinthedeck. You can hit me up on the Clock app under @bidp. Subscribe to the channel @bidpblurred over on YouTube. Leave a like and a comment. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. I'm gonna be like raining shorts down on that channel. Yeah, that's right, I said what I said. And of course, if you're part of the realm of scum and villainy, then join Deckers on the Book on Facebook. That has been some really cool stuff. But now that we're back to schedule, because I believe today is Wednesday, so we are going to be back on Friday. Okay, we are going to be back on Friday with the game gallery, where we'll be featuring a game, maybe talking over some lore. Okay, will it be one-page rules? Will it be Dead Zone? Will it be Morgaborg? Will it be will it be Warhammer 40K? Will it be the DC Universe game? Who knows? You're gonna have to tune in Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, but thank you guys for being here. And if anybody tells you that you can't like what you like because of the circumstances of your birth, be it race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexual orientation, your disability, or your budget, or your neurospice, but if you've ever been to a trailer park, you've been walking distance from the hood, you can tell any of those people, take whatever cards they're playing on you and put them back in the deck. All right, I am Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, saying thank you guys for showing up, and we will see you next time in the Hobby Hall, at the Game Gallery, or on the dark side of the room. We'll see you guys. Bye.